Hello, Protothad here. So, I hadn't planned to nominate anyone for the 2023 Top Left Awards. And to be honest, I make this nomination with some hesitance because I feel like I've formed a sort of dysfunctional friendship with this particular flat earther. And I'm not sure he'll take it in the light-hearted, joshing manner that's intended. Nevertheless, after his rather verbose response to my recent videos, I think we can all agree there is nobody who has worked harder for this award. Both in quantity and quality of content, he has supplied the top leftiest of top left material. Yes, my nomination for Top Left 2023 is Brian's Logic. While other members of the Flat Earth debate panel could muster no rebuttal to my recent celestial navigation videos, Brian charged in with the courage of his convictions, first in comments on my response to 10th Man video, and then when I replied to those comments with a 12-minute video, he responded with his own video that was, I kid you not, an hour and 20 minutes long. Now, just for a bit of context, in my videos, I actually demonstrated a celestial navigation fix, taking real sextant readings and showing how those angles translate into circles of equal altitude on the surface of a globe, intersecting at the correct latitude-longitude coordinates. And when Brian predictably commented that my circles were not real circles because they were not two-dimensional, which he thinks somehow invalidates the correct answer they produced, I went on to explain the basic geometry concept of a plane intersecting a sphere to form a circle. But I didn't stop there. I dug up the original 1843 book in which Captain Thomas Sumner first describes circles of equal altitude and how to navigate with them. I showed how he described the Earth as spherical, that he agreed that a plane intersecting a sphere results in a circle, and that a curving arc length is used to derive the size of these circles, exactly as I demonstrated in my video. And what was Brian's insightful response to this?
I don't care what Sumner believed, right? Sumner was wrong, like the rest of you. You're all wrong.
And also,
all this means now nothing. Sumner, none of this means anything to me. You don't mean anything to me, right? None of this means anything to me, right? Because you're talking nonsense that doesn't happen and can't be done.
When examining Sumner's description of the geometry of circles of equal altitude, Brian had this to say.
So it's all rubbish. Anyway, measure on the arc of a great circle passing through this pole, which is equal to the complement of the sun's altitude. Blah, blah, blah.
Really, Brian? You are reading the guy who literally wrote the book on this topic, and your assessment is blah, blah, blah. Well, in fairness, Brian doesn't limit his derision to just Sumner. Faced with the full list of the sources that disagree with him, he had this to say.
Oh yeah, things that don't agree with me. Yeah, as if I care about all these people. If I care, I don't care about any of these people and any nonsense they want to claim about the globe. Any of these people, whether it be Harold Jacobi or whoever, Sumner, anyone, I don't care. Nobody cares what they have to say, right? I only care about the process.
A process that, strangely, you've never demonstrated.
So that's what Captain Sumner did, because Captain Sumner is a complete load of bullshit. That's why. I don't care what he did. But as far as I'm concerned, he's a bullshitter. Because he is.
So, yes, you heard all that correctly. Brian is not just saying he knows celestial navigation better than experienced navigators. He is claiming to know better than the guy who invented the process being discussed. This despite him never having done any celestial navigation himself. While our other nominees have been laboriously clawing their way toward the peak of Top Left, Brian ignited his first stage boosters and rocketed past them into the Dunning-Kruger stratosphere. Now, that wasn't the only top leftish things he said in his video. He also talked about this diagram of mine, completely failing to understand how it reveals the incoherence of their right triangle-based argument. And then he shows some classic examples of confirmation bias, citing navigation documents to support his flat Earth version of dip correction, even while they depict it being due to Earth curvature right on the same page. And he finished up with a silly demonstration that assumes the ground position must be on our sight line, even though it's been repeatedly explained to him that it is not. a fact that is even illustrated in one of his own sources. Now, I think at this point I've made it abundantly clear why, at least regarding this topic, Brian has definitely earned his position at the top of the top left rankings. And I hope he accepts this nomination and any eventual win with the good humor that is intended. Because he did end his video with these kind words.
He's not a bad guy. I like Bodo. He's okay. He's a good guy. But he's still a bullshitter. Right?
I appreciate that. And the feeling is mutual. So one bullshitter to another, good luck. I'm rooting for you. And if we ever get a chance to kick back at the pub and laugh about all this, the beers are on me.